want to watch this.
Thank you.
Okay, no, it's up.
The more you do that, the more he's interested.
Shaving head and a big beard. I don't think he's the captain, he's injured. This guy right here, yeah, that's DJ Forbes. He's not.
Oh, he's captain.
Yes. He's injured for the all the reserves right there as well. There's more than 7 players out there.
Beautifully sung the national anthem of New Zealand, and now God Save the Queen for England.
Very nice indeed. Just a solemn moment there of reflection, and then the soaring voices of the crowd and the soloist singing the national anthem. A big moment for the 30-year-old Sydney sider from Australia, Anthony Moyes. He's got the final, and England have resumed playing in their white jerseys.
Particularly honour, isn't it, for Anthony Moyes, because this is his first season on the international circuit. He did the Cup semi-final in George involving New Zealand and Fiji, and now the great honour.
And as coaches, 2 great coaches in charge of these 2 teams, Gordon Titchens and Ben Ryan. 7 aside, remember, most of the time it's 7 minutes each way, but 10 minutes each way in the final. And at the end, I could say it'll be 7th heaven for the winners. This wonderful traditional tournament is underway, the Grand Cup final.
And setting it off, the maestro, almost a legend now of Sevens rugby, Ben Gollings, but knock on off the hand of James Rodwell, and he's taken, I think, a nasty knock. I hope not a dislocated finger for James Rodwell, as we look at DJ Forbes, who's had that hamstring trouble, and so missed Las Vegas, and is on the bench here. And as a water boy and not stripped off, so he won't be taking part.
DJ Forbes wearing the green bib, of course, which means that he can run onto the field during the game. I think it was a dislocated finger. It hurt a lot, pulled it back in, so action again.
Yeah, tough it was. Tough. Is Tomasi Thama. Well, is he going to run the show as he's done so many a time? Wonderful talent. Great vision and away for a man who's impressed this time. Toby Arnold really has. He's stepped up, and New Zealand, where they have been in 4 finals here, winning 3 of them against a team who'd also been in 4 finals and won all 4, but not for 5 years. It was 2008 when New Zealand won here, one of the great rivals here of this current season. And this is good work already with Bryce Heem. Just biding their time almost, stretching England, testing them out, and into the contact until the mistake comes. Well, just bear in mind also, we mentioned that we've had some showers around, the ball is not dry, and it's been very obvious in the handling sometimes.
Interesting new formulation for New Zealand here with Bryce Heem, who's been out on the wing in the previous games, playing at centre here. That allows Frank Kalai, who's been kind of nursed along after an injury on day 2, to get out on the wing where he's been so effective in other tournaments this season.
Lindsay Hay, 2 Collins, 2 Turner, who's put his place into the starting lineup these days. The dancing feet, the elusive Dan Norton, offloading to Greg Barden, the Royal Marine, but it's advantage being taken and over now, but it's in the hands of New Zealand this time, and away once more there with Toby Arnold, the link to Masisama, with such great vision, and now the big run of the number 9 without his number 9 on Frank Kalai. Great cover tackle coming in, and well, a stirring opening, but he's a big fella, this Frank Kalai from the Waikato development, and one of those new great finds of Gordon Titchens.
So he's been nursed along. He looked like he was really opening up there, trying to make advantage for New Zealand. Frank Kalai, he's been a real find for Coach Titchens at New Zealand. Up goes Rodwell. What a find he's been over the years for England. Waikato against Greg Barton. There comes England, trying to make a breakout run in the midfield. Turner. There's that slippiness underfoot. Halfway line down Norton. Heem looks after him. Down it goes. It's well presented for England. But New Zealand drive over the top. It's come out to England. Oliver Lindsay Haig. Malfunction on him. Rodwell. Just his shorts. Steady, powerful build up here by England, coming to outside the 22. Referee Anthony Moyes from Australia. Taken quickly by Mickelson. Picking up these midfield runs. Straight arrow up the middle of the field, then wins it once.
Oh yeah, run.
Solomon getting the
One
big
hole.
forward. Chased by Lindsay Haig. Jump, run.
Yes!
Solomon kick.
Yes!
Couldn't believe he could run like that. Well, I guess he always knew.
Solomon King. Oh, Solomon King!
New Zealand.
Well, we said it's a good replacement for the injured DJ Forbes, and my word has proved the point here. The chase, I thought here that Oliver Lindsay Haig would have the pace to get it earlier. But of course, he couldn't catch it in time, and with the wet surface, he could slide it home. It was that work again. Man who doesn't get the headlines, but I think he's so effective. He's such a handful. He's so difficult to tackle. That's Tim. The conversion is just off target. But New Zealand get the first try of this cup final. And isn't he awkward? A man to stop Mickelson.
Mickelson has been favouring his straight arrow runs up the middle of the field, right throughout the field. He's pretty good out wide too, but he likes to take it immediately. Straight arrow, straight forward, and it's proved advantage to New Zealand many times over the last few months. So New Zealand, the early try scores were halfway through the first half.
To Masisama.
Where's the team up top?
Right to the far edge, and actually went off the tap of Solomon King there, I think. So it's an England throw in.
Richie McCaw is
Familiar opponents, 3 cup finals now this season, and England aware, of course, that New Zealand won the last 2. Barden the link to Ben Golling, still fast and quick, and great sense of the Sevens game, the vision, And again, this slippery surface has caused problems. Turner to Barden. And now to Gollings. England trying to stretch, but the pass beyond the reach of Lindsay Haig. So Rodwell takes it on, and he'll take someone out. Or not, to Cracknell. Lindsay Haig likes to do those little jump steps in the old Campese style. Sets it back. Awkward one that.
Good.
Foot. It came to Rodwell again. He's a bit isolated here. He can't hang on. And he knows that.
Rip it.
And foraging there was Tim Mickelson once more. Dan Norton. Greg Barden. Well, the tackles coming in thick and fast. So quick and familiar with each team's talents. This is Cracknell. Again with Lindsay Haig. Now Turner is quicker than many might think. And elusive, and Barden goes on the straight Maori run. Oh, that's a clever tactic from him. Mickelson against Barden. It'll be on the bounce. It's on the bounce, and Barden is there. Can he pop it up? It's a great bit of challenging by Mickelson to hold him. He's held up. There again. Look at the role of Tim Mickelson in saving the day for New Zealand when a try was an almost certainty.
Look at this. He gets him and takes him down. And just when Barden gets up and makes to pass it off to the next man, the big hands come around and envelop him again and prevent. What's this? There it goes. Well played. There's a big hand of Mickelson envelops Greg Barden. Great run by Barden. Great save by Mickelson.
Brilliantly done. It was the only way he could stop the try, by stopping him from being able to release it.
So there he goes into the forwards and the 50s, he plays out in the back. Ditches down and playing second 5/8 from inside 10, as they say elsewhere in the world. But here's a great chance for England. Gollings gets it out wide to Turner. Turner's going to the corner!
Well, that's the man, isn't it? He's deceptive in his speed off the mark. Stocky, swarthy, very strong, very good in the more and the tight situations, but he's done it so often this season, mostly as sort of a game breaker man coming on as a replacement. But here, brilliantly done. He knew he'd got the real chance and backed himself on the outside, and even knew it, even if he was tackled, he was going to make it with the slide in from the touchline. Not his best for Ben Gollings. It's levelled up at 5 apiece. Here we go. Gollings with a long, accurate pass. There you see, had the big handoff. And that was all he needed to get that impetus to get him to the line. So, England level it up with a minute and a bit to go of this first half.
1 minute and 20 seconds as the game restarts. 5 all. In comes Helene, beaten by Barden. This is Rodwell. Barden again. Here it comes. Referee says that was taken out by hand on the floor. England are disappointed, so is their big team of supporters in the crowd. Rugby taking it out, getting it clear. Very strong tackle by Chris Cracknell. Farmer's been a little quiet. He gets to halfway. He's waiting for Solomon King to arrive. Finds Helene.
He's going to make it. You should be a minion.
The kid is well and truly back.
Well, there's the genius of Farmer. He knew he wasn't going to get away from pace of Lindsay Haig, but he waited and waited, held it up, got the support to the man he needed in Frank Helene. And what an impact he's made, and what a selection, you have to say, to New Zealand by the county coach in Gordon Tietjens. And so the half-time whistle sounds with New Zealand with that 7-point lead at the half-time. 10 minutes or still to play. And this one, as you'd expect,